Hi, my name's Georgia, and like everybody else, I have an opinion on abortion that I wanted to share with you. My opinion is not based on hearsay. It's not based on, reading stuff from medical studies or really, reading something in the Bible. Although that's what many might think, since I'm a pretty outspoken Christian. My opinion comes from my personal experience with abortion. Now, I had an abortion when I was 19 years old. I'm 26 now, and I have 2 living children. One of them's 3.5 and one of them's 15 months old. Now, when I had an abortion, and you'll have to forgive me because it's really hard for me to talk about, I was in a relationship. I wasn't married, and, I got pregnant, and I found out, and I freaked out. I got really scared. So my boyfriend at the time wanted me to have an abortion, and I thought that it would be the best thing to do, because the way I looked at it, I was in college, and I thought, if we try to raise this baby, it's not going to be good for the child, because we're not going to have money, we haven't finished college yet. And I thought, well, that wouldn't be fair to the child. So I kind of rationalized it. But here's the thing. I found out I was pregnant on August 23rd. And I had an abortion on August 24th. I didn't tell my parents. I wish that I had, because I'm sure they would have really helped me out. But I thought that they would be really ashamed of me, and they would just be mortified. So I didn't even try to tell them. I just went ahead and decided to have an abortion as fast as I could. So drove to Little Rock, Arkansas from Texarkana, and I called the day before to set up the appointment, and the nurse who answered kind of talked to me and sounded really reassuring, like, oh, having a baby is really bad for your health, it's really risky, you could die, and having an abortion is much safer, and presented all these reasons why it would be good for me to have an abortion, as opposed to going ahead and having the baby. And it was just presenting these facts, like statistics, stuff like that. There wasn't nobody told me, hey, let's talk about your other options. And honestly, the reason that they pushed abortion on, they advocated it so strongly, wasn't because they were concerned for my health. It was because they got $500 out of him. That was the real reason for it. So we got the money from my boyfriend's sister and went to the clinic and went in the room, and they gave me a shot of fentanyl to put me under, and Valium for nausea, because I had something to eat that morning I wasn't supposed to, and they didn't want me to vomit. So they gave me the shots, and I was kind of scared, like, well, so that sounds like some strong stuff. But they said, well, it'll knock you out, so you won't know what's going on. But it didn't knock me out. I heard what was going on, and I felt the pressure of it. I heard the vacuum that sucked the baby out of my body. And after that happened, they brought me to the little recovery area, and I couldn't breathe on my own. Breathing is something that's involuntary normally, but because they'd given me that shot of fentanyl, I had to force myself to breathe. Like, I had to think about it. So I was having so much trouble. I was so scared that I was going to die, because I would forget about it, and I would just start blacking out because I wasn't breathing. So for 2 hours, I really wanted to go to sleep. I had to fight that to stay awake just to breathe. So, but then, after that wore out, I felt pretty good, and I really wasn't hurting that bad or anything like that. I had to take antibiotics that made me sick. So physically, I didn't suffer too much because of it. But emotionally,